Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When
Actually,
you're
hold on,
okay, yeah,
because
you
I
got
think
some
this. Yeah, we got to do the. I think it'll fit right here
right
with
here.
the Monroe's random ass question,
Okay.
which I did realize that I requested theme music.
And
The
I
mo-
didn't provide it.
well, maybe it's going right now.
Beep bow doo 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 doo.
Okay,
Was that good?
Monroe's random
Was that
ass
nice?
There it
question.
is.
That song?
Okay, so I think I know what you guys would answer this, but I'm
Okay.
interested. Would you rather be twice as strong but half as intelligent?
Oh,
And I'll let you pick your strongest. So twice your strongest ever, but you got to be half as intelligent. And I don't really know how dumb that is. That's kind of a hard thing.
right.
So you just think of what half of intelligent or the other way, twice as intelligent but half as strong,
Ooh,
which is pretty unstrong.
yeah.
Uh, right now, at this point in my life, I would take twice as intelligent. Oh, for
That's
sure.
what I figured. But if you
Because
go back, like think of what twice as strong on all your lifts would be.
Yeah, all-time best. So you get to double your 600-pound front
You're
squat.
probably the best at
six,
most things.
I mean, I will say, like, being twice at, like, you know, a 600 plus kilo squat, like, that would be pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
But it's also the kind of thing where it's like no one would care. Whereas, like, if you're twice as intelligent, I would have an IQ of like 103. You know,
You
like
feel
I'd be smart enough
I'd
to,
probably
like,
get my diploma.
you know, I could finally get through my GED. Yeah. Like, so, I mean, that's a big deal. So, I mean, that would be the sad thing. What if you do pick one of them and they pick the intelligence and you get it and you suddenly realize how dumb you actually were because
Yeah, you just
you're only smart enough now to realize how stupid you actually were.
like you thought you'd be a world beater. Like I'm going to move
Yeah.
the world forward. I'm going
Yeah.
to,
yeah,
find a unified theory of everything for physics, and then
Yeah.
you get twice as smart. And you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
or you get so
Yeah.
smart that it ruins everything.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Yeah.
get so smart that you're like, I'm not wasting my fucking time with weightlifting AI.
Yeah. It could be that you get your super intelligent people probably are going to have a harder time, right? Because you're going to feel so out of place, right? Whereas being super strong, it's like it has no bearing on
And
anybody
dumb.
else.
Like
Yeah, and
you
dumb.
nothing, you don't care
Yeah.
about anything.
I have kind of a funny story about this. I knew a guy for a little bit who was like world class power athlete. I'm not gonna say what sport or anything. I don't want to out him or whatever, but he had several offers to go to school kind of anywhere he wanted to, and had to take the SAT like 11 times to get like a 700
Ooh,
so that he could get into a college somewhere.
wow.
And um, you know, I'm gonna go with twice as strong.
That's a good, like, it's a
There you
good
go.
answer. Like
Yeah, 1,000-pound raw bench
if
press
I was
and a
twice as strong, I could
yeah,
finally qualify for USAPL Nationals.
yeah. Finally made it.
Still probably lose, but
1,400-pound raw deadlift. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like that.
It's a good question, and it's like I would say you'd be if you've got a significant surplus of one or the other, you know, you could just double that and be on like a level that no one has ever seen. Because, like, if you squat 250 pounds, being twice as strong is like not even noteworthy to
Uh-huh.
anyone else, right?
Yeah.
But if you're like, you know, if you go from a 140 IQ to 280,
80.
like you're like something the world's never experienced before, right?
Hmm.
So yeah.
It'd probably just be captured by the government.
I don't know if I'd be as good of a co-host if I had half the IQ.
Yeah, you'd be like you'd be like for the guy from
What IQ do you need to be able to speak? Am I still going to be over that? Like,
I don't even know.
it's just going to be like large ape noises.
I think if you're
we would
below
just
a
watch you
certain
we just
if
watch you
you're
lift. That would
I
be the
think
podcast.
if you're below a certain level, like you can't even like be like registered for the military, I think. So, like, if you get below a certain, like, there's a threshold, there's a cutoff for the military even. So if you're below that, like, you're not doing super
Yeah,
hot.
I met some of those. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
In the military.
I joined right after 9/11, so it was soon
Yeah.
after that.
They
So it
needed
wasn't.
people.
Yeah, they lowered those bars quite far.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're picking strength. It was hard for me because I was like, if I did strength, I besides like maybe an odd lift, like if you just doubled like your strict
Uh-huh.
barbell curl,
Right.
like that
That's
might
all it
be
is.
impressive. You know what I mean? But like,
You only double your strength and really useless, like your side lateral raise goes up
Your
to, you
pickle
know,
jar open.
Yeah. It's like all these like pointless lifts that like you're twice as strong, but only in like external rotations of the shoulder. Like
Well, I don't know.
yeah, you can do it.
I don't
Yeah.
think I have a world record. Like I
Oh
have
man.
decent strength, but I don't like I'm not half as strong as the best
Oh
squatter.
yeah, yeah, I
I'm
got what you're
not
saying.
half as strong as the best deadlift,
Right.
you know? So it's like, but you would be almost as good at
Yeah, you'd be
every,
right
you know
there.
what I mean? Like,
Here, I have a follow-up question. Am I the same body? Like my body doesn't change at all?
are you asking if you just
It's
become twice as
Yeah,
large?
yeah, because here's kind of
it's
my concern, right? Is my best deadlift was like 3.5 times body weight. It's like 705 at 200, right? And so if I double that and I'm still 200 pounds, like is
Do you
that
just explode?
yeah, do I just explode? Like do my hands come apart? Like how does that
Like the last rank
you're
question, we found out that Max
you
just
gain
killed everybody.
twice the strength, but you can only but every movement is now a body weight level of strength. So your deadlift's 1,400 pounds,
But
but
you're 1,400
you
pounds.
weigh 1,400 pounds.
Oh, okay. Is that impressive?
Both of those are extremely impressive. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's
Just the
doubly
fact that you
impressive.
walked up to the platform in the 60 seconds
uh-huh.
at
Yeah,
100
And
is
then
yeah.
deadlifted
yeah.
1 times body weight.
Yeah.
That's a 2,800 pound
Uh,
stand up right there.
You would post it, you'd post on Instagram, and the first comment would be like, "Yeah, but look how big he is."
Yeah.
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 Right?
Like how
It's not
huge.
even that good because he's the same. He weighs that's only his body weight, even though it's
Yeah.
1,400 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you become like, when you're 1,400 pounds, is it just like around, or do I get to look like a
No.
stone giant?
No, you're not a good looking
It's not a good
1400.
14.
It's all the weight is gained, but it's mostly front to back. So like your back gets really long and your chest like so you're like really long. So it's actually really hard for you to get to the deadlift bar, but like you could do the strength. You could
Bench would
lift
be
the
great.
weight. You'd be great at the bench because the bar just touches your chest when you lower it, but like everything else is really hard to do. You can't get clothing that fits, but
Says.
you're incredibly strong. Yeah.
Incredibly
You're not
strong.
even getting close. You're not even getting close with that. That's never happening again.
That's out of the question.
All right. Well, you can get back to your questions there.
Oh, back
I
to
felt like it was a
serious
perfect
questions.
spot right
It was perfect.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I'll go back to being quiet.
Okay. Now I feel weird just jumping back into my little list of building rapport with people, but how like do you often have conversations with your athletes about